tutorial. So today we are actually working with a special that is currently going on, and it is for the National Scrapbooking Day in May, but the bundles are available right now, and it's not only for scrapbooking. So we have two card making kits in there, two scrapbooking kits, and one album kit. And we are actually gonna work with this one here, and this is from the card making kit Strawberry Mice, and it's just super cute kit. It has all these strawberries, little mice, and a couple of really cute phrases. You get cardstock with it, naturally all the card bases and envelopes. I already took those out, and you get these nice red hearts. They're acrylic hearts, really thin, super cute set. So if you haven't seen them, I will link them down below. There are multiple different ones. This is one that I have here right now. Sorry about the noise. I have one other one that I will show you in a different video. This is the Change of Scenery. Awesome stamp set. Gorgeous papers. And if you're planning on using something for outdoors, this paper is just stunning. And there is a lot of people looking into getting this paper, so I'm just gonna flip here quickly through. But I don't know how long it will last. So this one here is one of my favorites. So it's got the clouds on one side and then this pretty paper on the other. So anyway, I will show you some projects with those hopefully next week. But let's get going with our paper kit, card making kit. All right, so this is the one similar to one in the workshop you can do, but this is a little bit off because I made this for our class. So when you get your envelope, there's a bunch of pieces in here, and all these little ones are actually they come on a sheet stamped, and you have to color them in. So for the sake of time here, I already colored these in and cut those in, but I will show you one that I can finish here. And this is just plain pencils. You can use watercolor pencils. If you want to use your markers, you can do that. Markers are just more intense color wise, so just be aware of that. And what I do is I take the lightest red in this case, and I'm just lightly gonna go over. You don't want to push hard with the pencils. You don't want to keep any lines. And then I like to keep it really light underneath here. And then I take my darker red, and I'm just gonna follow the edges here a little bit. Make them a little bit darker. Not by much, just a little. So there's a little shading going on. If you have darker colored colors, that's fine. So here you can see a little bit of the shading, just a hint. And then you take your scissors, and remember, you want to have some really nice pointy sharp scissors. And when you cut out, you're not going to move your scissors much. You're going to use the paper. So I'm just rotating my paper, keep my my scissors pretty stiff. I just have to make sure I can see. You know how this is when you get older. There's this one distance that you can see it with your glasses on, but you can't really see it without. So it's like either you pull it close to you or you hold it far away. And I'm at that stage now where iffy, but we can manage. And you can fuzzy cut as detailed as you want. I don't want to do too much fuzz around this, so I'm just gonna keep it to a simple cut around. And one more, and there we have it. There's our little strawberry, and that is it. Like I said, you have to cut out all the pieces, but that is fine. So the next thing we need to do is pull out. This is for our outside. This goes on the inside, and I think this one goes on the inside too. And then we have this little piece here, and this one we're gonna stamp. So since I had to prepare this for class, I in this case made my own card base. So this card base is 4 by 5.5. So it's a quarter short of your normal cards, but it fits nicely in an envelope. And since we have a quarter to spare, so you can have your strawberries hang over the edge a little bit without having to worry that it doesn't fit in the envelope at the end. All right, I need something to put underneath here because we will stamp over the edge. And as you can see here, I'm just gonna take this old well-loved piece of stamping. So I have one of these squishy pouches that come with every set from Close to My Heart. I have one underneath a couple of sheets of just plain copy paper. It's usually scraps that I use. And when you want to stamp at home, you always want to make sure you have one of these underneath your paper that you're going to stamp on, so you get a nice crisp image. And now I'm going to take my pink, and this is the word set, wishing you a berry. And we're just gonna randomly stamp this from top to bottom. And it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna start here. And you only see part of the sentence, which is intended. Then you can do the whole thing right underneath. Then we can move it further down here, just so it's, you know, a nice offset. And like I said, I'm kind of like doing this blindly here, so pardon me if it's not all perfect, but that's fine. All right, let's do a really short one. And another short one. And now we're doing a longer one again. And we get the whole thing on here. So you just keep going until you're at the end. If you're subscribed to my card classes and you're set, yours is already pre-stamped, so you don't have to worry about. But if you're at home and you're trying to do this with a stamp set you have, so you know how this goes. And I just use my chamois to clean them off. And that is the stamping we do on this one. So, and what I did is, so before you start, after you cut everything out, I just gonna hold this in place so I know about where I want my piece to go. And I think this is a perfect spot here. So we're gonna adhere this to our card front. So it's like a 1/4 inch, a little bit over a 1/4 inch from the top, and like 1/8 on the side. So about, well, maybe 1/2 inch. Let's do 1/2 inch on the top here, and a 1/4 inch on the side. There you have it. Then we have these little strips here, and all you have to do is cut in your little V's. And just to refresh your memory, I always take the middle, cut up as far as I want this V to go, and then go from one corner to the tip, from the other corner to the tip. And there you have one V. And actually this one is not very even, but that's okay, because I got the other one off here. There you go. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, next one. Same thing. There you go. And for the glitter paper, I just turn my paper around because that way I can see it better. With the glitter, you can't really see where you're cutting. And there's this one. All right. Now we're gonna position our flags. And this one goes on first. at least in my world. Okay, oops. So I'm just letting this sit a little bit off the side and all the way down. And then this one sits slightly on top. Oh well, I used the wrong side. That's okay. So we're gonna set this about here, and this will be a little bit longer, so I'm just taking my scissors and snip it off. And the last one is our glitter piece. And that one sits again on top of the white one and overlaps our phrase a little bit, our piece with the phrases. And then we have our little strawberries and mice. And these ones I popped up, so I'm gonna start with the little basket. And you just put a couple foam pieces so it stays nice off the card. And then we're gonna put in the little strawberries. I'm just removing the little square baggings on the side here because it's always such a mess. So see, they come up like so. And we put this one about here. Where's my other one? That's looking good. All right. So this one I have raised as well, but I adhered the little tail and the little flower directly to the paper. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit foam on the body of this little mouse. And the reason why I done this is the tail as well as the little flower are so delicate. I mean, the flower I could pop up, but then the tail, it's just, you have to cut all these little pieces for your from the foam to make them stand up. That's a little bit hideous work. And this way it stays secure, doesn't rip off. All right. Let's take her, put our little mouse right about here. There's our little flower. And then we just push the tail down. And then we have, I use these two strawberries for the front. One kind of sits here, and like I said, it's slightly hanging over, not a lot, as you can see. So I have a 1/4 inch to spare. So mine's sitting over like so. And then I put this one is raised, goes on top. So we need a couple foam squares here. And then the other strawberry just gets some adhesive on the back here. Naturally not on the part that is hanging over. So if yours is hanging over more, make sure there's no adhesive on this side. So when I tuck it down, right about here, and then this one sits right about here. All right, and there we have our front. And for the inside, we have a little piece that's just gonna be adhered straight down. and adhesive is empty. I swear my adhesive has a timer. Every time I'm doing a video, liquid adhesive, tape runner, you name it, is running out. All right, so this goes around about 1/2 inch, top and sides. And then I have these little ones. I'll use the liquid adhesive on those. That's easier to put down here. So which one is this one here? Actually, okay, we need this one first. So this one goes around here. This one goes right on top, and the reason why I'm using the liquid adhesive, it's a very strong adhesive. Tape runner, sometimes glitter doesn't stick to itself, so it's kind of hard to keep it in place. So if you have a good strong liquid adhesive, use that. And we have our little strawberry here. And then all I did was I took a black pen and I just went around the edges here, doing a little zigzag. Down we go. And there's our inside of the card. And then I did the same on the outside, just a little scribblies. Not a lot. And you don't have to do this part. Like I said, that's just me. And there you have it. You can do a few little dots here as well. And this is our first little happy birthday card, using some pencils, using the new strawberry mice stem set from the workshop. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I will see you back here next week with another card idea. See you. Take care and see you next week. Thanks. Bye bye.